You spend about a third of your life doing the most dangerous thing an animal can do, lying still in the dark, blind, deaf to almost everything, paralyzed, for hours, unable to run, unable to fight, unable to even know something is coming. Any creature that shut down like that, night after night, should have been eaten out of existence long ago, but they weren't. Nearly every animal we've studied does some version of it. So sleep is not the brain going quiet. It is the brain paying an enormous price, on purpose, for something it needs more than safety. And mostly, we know what. The body repairs itself. In 2013, a scientist named Maiken Nedergaard found that as you sleep, the space between your brain cells opens up by more than half. Fluid floods through, rinsing out the day's waste. Sleep is the brain cleaning itself. That part we understand, so we know why you need to sleep. But why do you need to dream? A few times every night, something deep in your brainstem switches your body off. Then your brain lights up nearly as bright as it is right now, wide awake, and it shows you a whole world that is not there. People in general have always believed one of two things. Either your dreams are messages, secrets about who you really are, or they are garbage, the random noise your brain throws off while it works. Neither is right. The closer scientists look, the more dreaming turns out to be work. Not one job, but several, running at the same time, every single night. And the strangest job of all, we only understood a few years ago, by building brains of our own. In the 1960s, a French scientist named Michel Jouvet was studying sleeping cats. He found a tiny patch of cells in the brainstem, and when he damaged the patch, something impossible happened. The cats stayed fast asleep, but their bodies got up. They arched their backs. They stalked and pounced on prey that was not there. They were acting out their dreams, and they never woke. That patch is a switch. Every night, the moment you drop into a dream, it floods the nerves that run to your muscles and holds them down. Your body goes limp on purpose. Scientists call it atonia. You are paralyzed so the dream can run without you getting up and walking into a wall. Your brain built that safety system just to let the dream happen. That is not what you do for random noise. So what is the dream actually for? The first job is about holding ground. Your brain is territory, and the territory is always up for grabs. Every region keeps its job by staying busy. Stop using a patch of brain and the neighbors move in, or it dies. In a person who loses their sight, the visual cortex does not sit empty. The huge chunk built for seeing gets colonized within days by touch and hearing. Now think what happens to you every night. You close your eyes, and for hours, no light comes in. The biggest sensory territory you own goes dark, right beside senses that would happily take the space. So what if it has to fight to keep it? In 2021, the neuroscientist David Eagleman and his colleague Don Vaughn argued exactly that. Dreaming is the visual cortex defending its own land, firing the eyes from the inside all night so the eyes still hold that ground by morning. It even explains something you never questioned. Your dreams are almost entirely visual. You see them, you rarely smell them or do math in them. It's why a newborn dreams 8 hours a day. A baby's brain is being wired at full speed, still soft, still changing, its whole map unclaimed. So its dark visual cortex is under constant threat, surrounded by senses that are rewiring fast and ready to take the space. It has to fight harder and longer to hold its ground. An old brain is finished, set hard. Nothing is rewiring fast enough to invade, so there is less to defend, and it dreams a fraction as much. The more your brain can still change, the more its eyes have to dream to keep what is theirs. The second job is about pain. Go back to the 1970s and a psychologist named Rosalind Cartwright. They called her the Queen of Dreams. She sat with people in the middle of the worst thing that had ever happened to them, raw, recent divorce, and she tracked what they dreamed. The ones who stayed stuck in depression did not dream about it. They slept, but the wound never made it into the dream. The ones who healed did the opposite. Night after night, the person who had hurt them walked back in. The arguments, the betrayal, all of it, replayed in the dark. And each morning, they woke a little less destroyed by it than the night before. While you sleep, your brain takes the sharpest memories you own and runs them, over and over, filing the edge off the pain a grain at a time. You do not do this on purpose. It is why you can wake up able to face a day that, the night before, you were sure would break you. And then there is the last job, the strangest one. The one we only understood once we tried to build a mind of our own. When we teach a computer to learn, we hit a problem with a name, overfitting, feed it the same narrow examples over and over, and it memorizes them perfectly and understands nothing. So the first new thing it meets, it falls apart on. Engineers found one fix, and it sounds insane. You feed the machine noisy, distorted, wrong versions of the world on purpose. Only then does it stop memorizing and start finding the deeper pattern. In 2021, a neuroscientist named Eric Howell looked at that and looked at us. What if that is exactly what a dream is? Your waking life is horribly repetitive. The same room, the same commute, the same faces. A brain trained on only that would overfit too. It would harden, memorize its rut, lose the ability to handle anything new. So every night, he argued, your brain does what the engineers do. It feeds itself a corrupted version of your day, strange and warped and out of place. The weirdness of your dreams is not a glitch. It is the whole point. It is how your mind stays loose enough to meet a tomorrow it has never seen. We had to build an artificial brain and watch it fail before we understood the strangest thing our own brains do every night. So why do you dream? Not for one reason, for all of them at once. Every night your body is paralyzed, your visual cortex holds its ground, your pain is filed down, and your mind is scrambled loose so it does not go stale. It is the most work your brain does all day, and you were built to sleep through every second of it. Your dreams were never a message waiting to be read, and never noise to be thrown away. They are the maintenance that keeps you who you are, running in the dark, asking nothing, taking no credit. The most important hours of your life are the ones you will never remember living. You will do it again tonight. You always have. And by morning, it will be gone.